If there was one man who defined vector video games, it was Tim Skelly. Born in Ohio in 1951, Skelly was one of the greatest game designers to ever come out of the Midwest. He studied computer graphics and art at the University of Illinois Chicago, where he first encountered vector graphics under the tutelage of Professor Tom DeFanti. After failing to find a career as an artist, Skelly started making games for a living in Kansas City. He eventually found his way to Cinematronics, hired by none other than Larry Rosenthal, the creator of the Vector arcade game. By the time Skelly arrived in San Diego, Rosenthal had left, taking all of his development information with him. Under pressure to save the company, Skelly and his fellow engineers reverse-engineered Rosenthal's vector beam system. His first game, Starhawk, was an impressive achievement, but only the beginning of an important career.
Tim is, extraordinarily brilliant and also really, really kind and quiet. One of the highlights of my life was playing Rip-Off with Tim.
Later that year, his game Warrior was one of the first ever fighting games, with incredible art and animation, even more impressive for being a vector game. Skelly continued to rock the arcade world with titles like Rip-Off, Armor Attack, and his crowning achievement, Star Castle. Star Castle's unique gameplay helped it stand out among vector games, delivering a feast for the eyes and ears. It was Cinematronics' most successful game, and the model for games like Atari's Yar's Revenge. Unfortunately, Skelly ran into difficulties with the management of Cinematronics, and was fired at the end of 1980. Even after he left, the vector games they created were heavily influenced by his work. He helped to prove that vector was more than just a pretty graphical trick, creating some of the most adrenaline-pumping games of the golden age of arcade games.
I knew who Tim was by reputation, that he had designed a number of games that I thought were excellent, like Rip-Off, still one of the most amazing, groundbreaking games in arcade history. And, he did that about 10 times.
After Cinematronics, Skelly continued working in the industry. He designed Reactor for Chicago's D. Gottlieb & Company. He worked with Chicago's Incredible Technologies on Golden Tee Golf and the Battletech Centers. He was even an artist on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Sega. Skelly made an impression on many of his co-workers.
Tim was always somewhat of an eccentric, always. A brilliant eccentric.
If you've ever seen the attract mode for Reactor, you know that nobody could program as cool as Tim.
He's remembered as a vibrant personality, a true artist at heart, that wanted to push video games to new heights of excitement. His legacy lives on, from those who worked with him to his games, which defined fast action in the arcade.